Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40s World, where we do soap opera reviews. Of course, we're going to be going over the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful that aired today, July 16th, which is Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, my time zone, which is 1:30. And the summary that they give us today that aired for this particular episode, we have Liam demands that Brooke tells Katie about her affair, promising he will tell Katie if she don't. Okay? Confident that Bill is lying to her about Brooke. This is Katie. Katie goes out the wagon by getting her a little drink. Not that much, but still something that's straight with no chaser. It can hit, you real hard, especially since she hadn't been drinking in a minute. She gets that drink, I tell you, and then she heads for the beach. Okay, but anyway, we go right on into it. We go to where they're at the beach house, and Brooke hadn't shown up, even though she invited Brooke to the festivities at Wyatt and Steffi's beach house. So I didn't see the episode yesterday because my daughter didn't tape it. Okay, I was at work and I'm so mad. So, and I thought about just going on the website trying to view it. I said, forget it. Y'all forgive me. So please forgive me. And I would definitely be taping myself before I leave home when I have to go to work. Okay. So anyway, we pick up where Katie is questioning Bill's loyalty again. Because she pretty much overhears Bill on the outside trying to figure out where she is and why she's not there and this, that, and the other. And Katie abruptly shows up when he mentions Brooke's name and not being able to get a hold to her. So that's why she's questioning why are you lying or why you couldn't make that phone call in front of me in the beach house. Why you had to be so, secretive and come out here where nobody can hear the conversation. So he goes on and at first tries to tell her he don't know what she's talking about. But we leave that situation for a minute. We'll come back. We're at Liam and they're at Forrester Creation. Okay. Liam is telling Brooke she has to tell Katie the truth. Liam says Bill owes Katie the truth. Okay, so he's appealing to Brooke and her sincerityness at this time. Okay, we go back to the beach house. We're looking at Wyatt. Wyatt is serving up margaritas his way. And it's got tons of alcohol in it. But he shares the mixed drink with Caroline, Thomas, and his wife, Stephanie. And they are also going over how Bill and Katie marriage is so textbook and how it's inspiring it is to attain that type of level of love and respect in their marriages, whatever. Then we go, Wyatt says his dad got his family priorities together. Wyatt is kind of stupid. Liam hadn't let him in on anything. Wyatt is living in a dream world because pretty much his marriage is not as solidified as you really think it is. Okay, so Wyatt, fall back before you hurt yourself, okay? Then we go back to Liam. Liam is still telling or trying to reason with Brooke about, all the betrayal, all the wrongdoings of what his father and her have been doing to Katie. They messing with her mind, they messing with her her sanity, making her insane, making her have all of these irrational thoughts. When pretty much she's on point about what they're doing behind her back. But when you have people lying to you, trying to make like you're the problem, and you're the one with the concern, it kind of like makes you question yourself, like, am I getting this all in my head? Is it really just me? And am I overreacting? And so I can understand how that makes her feel and how Leon don't want her to suffer anymore in that way because she's been on point, 100% of the time. And, with Bill doing what he doing to her and making her feel like she's insecure and all these things that I found it, she serves him right by trying to go after his company because she definitely has a mental issue going on that he helped develop. So I'm like, honey, yeah, get his company and then some. Okay, then we go to Katie's asking Bill, who was he talking to? He finally says, yes, it was Brooke. Katie's disappointed at his answer. She starts to look over at the drinking table because they pretty much he gets tired. He said, let's go back and join the family and get into some of the festivities. So she half-heartedly, reluctantly goes behind him like a little puppy dog, and they enter back into the beach house and seeing, what's transpiring and what they can get themselves into. But she starts to, Wyatt notions his dad to come over to the window because him and Thomas are trying to understand what type of jet or fighter pilot that's over the in the airways, and it's maybe some kind of celebration they're doing because of the four, and they want their dad's opinion on what type of jet or plane that is. So he goes over there to the window and stuff, and Katie motions her eyes over to the drink table, and she sees that there's some vodka there, and of course that's because Wyatt was playing around with the drinks and made his old fashioned margarita type of concoction and getting everybody drunk and stuff. And so she like, okay, she finna sneak her some, and she does it very secretively, but she gets her fill in. Okay, then Bill goes over to tell the group about loyalty, respect, and marriage, and Katie is the epitome of all of that. Katie's looking lost and full of anxiety. Okay, Wyatt is thanking his dad for having great principles and respect and honor and all that that a Spencer's man should carry. So I'm like, why you really need to fall back? I mean, totally back. Okay. Okay. Then we have Katie. She's remembering Bill. Brief phone conversation he had snuck and tried to have with Katie, and all his reassurances that are nothing but lies. And she goes over there while nobody's noticing her, and she get a it's a little bit more than a shot glass type of amount, but she gets a fair amount to give her a little buzz, and then she pops out the guest house without anybody noticing that she's even left. Okay. Then we go back to Liam. Liam is still telling Brooke, give Katie some sanity and peace of mind that she was right all along about you and my dad. Tell her the truth, period. Okay, so he's appealing to Brooke's compassion side, letting her understand she needs to have some empathy and some compassion for her sister. Stop worried about, her and Bill's needs and desires and all this crap. Here we go to Katie. Katie is walking alongside the beach shore, and she stops and turns to the open ocean, just looking at it like she just wants the water to up, so she don't have to feel what she's feeling right now, such as loneliness, confusion, guilt, betrayal, worthlessness, all those things that depression kind of engulfs you with. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Liam says he has talked to Katie, and she is a mess. He's pouring out his heart to Brooke. Of some a long time he's been with Katie, uneasy, and she's not put together. She's coming apart at the seams as we speak. And he's saying, it's just terrible that, what you're doing, you and dad, to your sister. Liam says he's not going to let Katie not know. He wants the information and the truth to come out, and he wants Brooke to go on and be the first, let them know or let Katie know that, she was right all along. Is very much for, what do you call it? That she was all along correct, and just take the bullet, bite the bullet. This is some mess y'all got yourself into, but give Katie her clarity that she needs so she can be on one same juncture. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to appeal to Brooke's compassionate side, but it's falling on deaf ears pretty much because Brooke don't want to face what she's done. Damn, so Bill don't want to come up with that because Katie already told him she gonna take all of it. She gonna have sole custody of Will, and she gonna take his company lockbox and stare. Lockbox and stare. Stop. I think something like that. Y'all know what I'm saying? The barrel to stop the whole kit and caboodle. In other words, we have. Okay, yeah. Then we have Bill. We left that situation with Liam trying to impose upon Brooke to tell the truth and stop acting like she crazy and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, Bill is asking Caroline and Thomas have they seen Katie. He goes on and asks Stephanie quiet. They pretty much all say the same thing. No, she might be walking on the beach or whatnot, but she's fine, whatever. Then Thomas wants to talk with Caroline. He was trying to have a sidebar with her about telling everyone about their little debaclement they got themselves in, too. But I'm like, Thomas, haven't you learned anything? You already done stood up to the monster, which is your daddy. You already broke him down. You don't need Caroline's permission to ask or tell anything about Baby Douglas. Baby Douglas is your son. So I'm not feeling you at all in this episode. So I'm just gonna have to pull out that driveway, okay? Because I want to get you straight, but I don't have time. I don't want to do it right now, okay? But you're getting on my nerves with that mess, okay? But we know it's the writers. We know it's the writers. But I'm like, y'all didn't have to throw that part in, writers. You really didn't. Laura Lee Bell, you didn't have to go there. But anyway, let me see. We leave that situation because pretty much Caroline shut him down. So this is not the event. I really don't want to talk about it. Let's pull up and we'll fight this battle another day. But we ain't discussing nothing. But anyway, we go to Katie. Katie is sitting on the beach now. She was walking, standing still. Now she done took her a seat on the sand. Okay, she's remembering everything Bill had ever told her about loving her and being there for her. Then she remembers Bill and Brooks' past escapades together, and them getting together in the past in such a sexual manner. And she's just so negatively overwhelmed with it all. You know what I'm saying? I would have been there took me a seat, but I would have been sitting on that porch trying to figure out, what I'm going to do to resolve this situation because I know what's going on. Anyway, we go to commercial. We come back. Brooke is back at her home thinking about all of what Liam had told her that she needs to do and the things she talked with Katie about in the past about not betraying her and this, that, and that. We all know that's a lie. But anyway, we move on. Everyone is telling Bill Katie probably is taking a walk on the beach when Brooke is calling Katie. Bill picks up Katie's phone. He noticed the call, so he knows he's gonna have to do something real quick because he just knows in his heart of hearts that Brooke is gonna give in and tell Katie the whole shebang, and he ain't got time for that mess. But like I said, he noticed that Katie's phone is ringing, and he sees who's calling, which is Brooke, and he noticing that Brooke is wanting to talk with her, and he can only guess and imagine what she wants to tell her. We go to the last and final scene. We have Katie. Katie has found her way down to Liam's beach house, okay? And luckily, he has just come home. But Katie is in a bad way. She's in a bad mood. She's broken. And she's asking Liam for a drink. And he's like, okay, I'll get you a drink of water, but I don't think you need no strong alcohol. She said, I know what I need. And I need you to tell me the truth. So then she just crashes, just breaks mentally down and everything, crying, boo-hooing out, all the 9 yards. She asking Liam to help her out of her madness because, really, Katie looked like, man, if she had any other devices to get her out this world and her feelings, she would take them. She's just at her last ropes, She's pleading, begging. I mean, I don't think she's not doing is being on her knees, asking Liam to look at her and, to basically tell her what's going on because she know in her heart of hearts he done found out something. Then Liam looking at her like he don't know what to do. He knows what he need to do is tell, but he don't know if it's him that should be telling her. But he already made a pact with Katie early on before any other stuff transpired or him even finding out anything about Brooke and his dad done hooked up and they still hooked up together. So yes, he has a obligation to go on and take Katie out her misery and secure her and make sure she's sane, but let her know everything that she's been going through, she definitely been on point. And I'm still for Katie. She got to stop all that crying, though. I need her to be a tougher woman now. But I think with the ammunition that she going to get from Liam, oh, yeah, it's going to be on like popcorn, and she going to be very shrewd with everything. So, but like I said, I ain't up for Katie to be trying to take the man's livelihood, Take half of it. Yes, get sole custody, but she ain't really got to, play with the baby either. They can share custody. She just needs to have that counseling going on where she gets a hold of herself and maybe a new man in her life, trying to take the whole baby from him and put all these parameters around him just to make him feel isolated from his son when son ain't got nothing to do with it. And just because she can't have him. She wants to have him at his needs. I'm like, how you want to force somebody to stay with you, by taking everything from them? That ain't gonna make it easy either, Katie. So I don't know what the writer's doing. Hopefully they'll get better so we can get past this point of negativity. But that's all I had, guys, for the episode that showed today, Wednesday, July 6th, 2016. Taping late at night. Well, I'm taping about almost 11 o'clock p.m., so I'm kind of tired as well. Had a full day. But look forward to sharing with y'all tomorrow's episode, God willing. Of course, you won't get it until probably 11 at night, but it'll be fresh for you in the morning when you wake up and all that kind of stuff. Meaning Thursday night. But y'all have a good evening. Be blessed, and many blessings upon you and your family. Good night. Bye bye.